I look like an egg. I look like a red tomato egg. Hello, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. I'm in the living room. The house is done. It's not done, but I just thought I'd kind of show it you now because like it's the best it's gonna get for now. We're still doing like small little jobs like putting hooks up and changing light fittings and stuff, but also excuse the voice, I've got a bit of a cold. I'm always ill when I'm making these. I was going to try and make it look like really tidy, really prim and proper and like aesthetically pleasing like all these famous YouTubers and everything. I'm not a famous YouTuber. I don't care. I thought I'll just show it you how I'm living in it because I can show you like an authentic kind of like what my house is like. So if you stick to the end, I'll show you loads of pictures of what the house looked like before we did everything. Let me just show you the living room. So we're going to naughty corner. Ta-da! This so far is the living room. Again, like I said, ignore the mess. It is I am living here. So things are just how they are. Like I've not tidied up. I've tidied up a little bit, but this is the living room. It's not the biggest living room. Ignore, I can't even shut the door. I'll get to the door. I was going to shut the door. That's the kitchen. Ignore that for now. I can't shut the door, kind of. So, but no, this is a living room. It's pretty small. I just want to say this now. This is not a big house. This is literally just a one-bedroom terraced house. But I've come from a flat where I've had so many neighbours making so much noise. And this house will one day be mine. Like, I'm paying for this house. So it's my house, kind of. It's not. I've not paid it off. But, like, in the sense of, like, having a mortgage. I don't have a mortgage because my dad's brought it outright. Again, if you've watched the series, you would have known by now that my dad brought this house and I'm buying it off of my dad. So I don't have a mortgage attachment, but my dad's basically the mortgage lender, if that makes sense. There were some things that my dad put his foot down on that I couldn't choose, that I couldn't change. So it's like in here, I want a carpet, but I've got vinyl. And then it's like this, I've got, ignore this carpet bit here. This is from the stairs, but ignore that. So I've got carpet. It's like things like this. This isn't done. This is where the front door is, obviously. I've still got the step to sort out yet. We don't know what we're doing with that. But I've got a carpet here, and ignore the dog bowl. Like my parents have been around recently with their dog Sky. So this is like the shoe zone. So obviously from the carpet, I've made it a strict rule that this is a shoe-free house. I'm going to buy some new shoes because I just want to point out these wasn't brand new when I got them, when I started the house. I mean, when I got the house, but like they are well past, they are well past their use. And I kept saying to myself, when I get the new house, like once the house is done to the point where we're done decorating, I'm buying new shoes. So I get paid tomorrow as I'm recording this, so I will be buying some new shoes, don't worry. I'm going to be having a bench here, which is going to then use, which I'm then going to use for a table as well, because I'm going to have a table, so I'll explain that in a minute. So instead of getting into full detail, if anybody wants like a full detail video, I'll get into a full video about what the plans are. But just for now, I think I'll just do a quick kind of run through. I'm going to be having, once guys, can I point out, buying a house and then refurbishing it with your dad is not cheap. It's really not cheap. So I need to watch my money and start saving money now. I will be getting a bookcase, like a brown Billy bookcase from IKEA, and putting it from the edging, so where the floor goes here, I'm going to be putting the bookcase against that bit there. So it should probably come to about here, so you've still got enough room to get through. Obviously, sofa there, green wall. I did want this green wall all the way around the room, but my dad says, my dad's like 56, I think, so he's in that kind of age group of like, oh, feature wall. Feature walls are nice. No, they're not, but anyway, this was the compromise. I got one wall. I brought this green myself. Sofa, lamp, TV. These chairs are going to be going soon, but it's just for now. Obviously, I've only got my sofa. I do want to buy like an armchair. But as you can see, I've got a storage heater. Obviously, that's the window to outside. I don't want to show you. I'm going to be building... My dad's got a tabletop and he's got some wood that we're going to build legs with. So I'm going to have a table here. And then when it comes to winter, when I start using my storage heater, I'm going to move my living room around. So the table's going to go there. And this sofa's going to get twisted around. So it's going to be like here, facing that wall. And then this is just going to be like a walkway through to get into the kitchen, which is over there. The table I'm going to get rid of because I've had this since I moved into the flat. And it's like really flimsy. It doesn't even, like, it's not the best. I think it was like £10, so I will be getting rid of that eventually. The bench is mainly because my mum can't stand very long. So I thought, well, if this is going to be a no-shoe zone, like a no-shoe house, I may as well put a bench here so then people can sit down, take the shoes off, put them back on when they go in and everything. But then, to use like multiple things, like so I can, instead of like wasting space, this bench, this imaginary bench that is going to be here, is going to then double up as the bench for the table and chairs. So obviously the table that's going to go here, when I've got people around, it's going to be pushed up against the heater but not like touching the heater. But then when I have friends around or family, or when I've got people around, the table is going to get pulled out into the middle of the room. I am so far thinking of using the sofa as seating, and then pulling this bench this imaginary bench that's going to be here, pulling it out and putting it along here, because this bench is going to fit 2 people, and then I can have people sitting on the sofa up to the table, and then a bench here. So it's multi-purpose. I don't know what I'm going to do with this wall yet. I will show you when we get into the bedroom. I'm not going to show you the bedroom very much, but so this originally, not when we brought it, but originally this house did have a chimney breast here in the middle. So when we brought the house, if you stick around to the end, like I said, you'll see that this wall had a lot of mold problems. So my dad did say, let's keep this wall bare for like a year just to give it time to breathe. We have painted over it obviously, but let's keep it bare. So we're going to keep that bare. I don't know what to do about this wall. I really love the green, but I don't want to put anything on it. And again, there's going to be a brown bookcase there. So I'm thinking of putting something on the wall there. I don't know yet. Again, we've got overhead lights that are very bright and horrible. I can't stand overhead lights. I'm more of a like lamp person with strip lights and stuff. But hey ho. Next up is the pantry, which is still a mess because like I said, it's a work in progress. So this is a pantry, a basic pantry. There's no door on it. Obviously, back to the door. I'll tell you about the door in a minute. So this is my Hoover. This was originally my Nana Sylvia's Hoover, and there's also, let me put the light on so you can see. So I had a Nana that passed away about 6 years ago. This wooden floor, which you can't really see very well, there's brown wooden floor. This came from her house. I've got a bit of my Nana's property like in my house, so I'm kind of like keeping the legacy going. This was her Hoover as well. My dad's gifted it me, so now I've got my Hoover, and then I've got another Hoover. So I'm thinking of like one upstairs, one downstairs. But no, this is all the paint. This is all the crap and like my dad's tools and stuff, and bed sheet for like covering dust sheets and stuff. There is still quite a few things left to do, like just small things. But like we are now at the point, like I said, where the house is done. Like there's nothing that needs major work. So this door here as well, obviously. Here, as you can't really tell on camera, but there is a slight issue with the hinges. Look, as you can see, that hinge isn't even fully in the door, so this door stays open because it's going to fall off the hinges, and it's going to be a case of we'd have to replace the door because there's no way that we can fit hinges back to this door with how the angling of the door is. It's a bit weird. So we've got the floor, this is the same floor here. We've got this floor, which is the same as the bedroom floor because my dad got too much. And we realised that we could do the same floor down here to keep things cheap, but then we wouldn't have enough, so which is why we've got the carpet bit here, because we wouldn't have had enough laminate. Yes, we've got this bit here, but still, even if we didn't have this bit here, we would have not had enough to be able to do, like, maybe we could have got like up to here and then had like all this bit here missing, so we didn't want to start something that we couldn't finish. So we put the carpet down there. That carpet is from the stairs, which we'll get to in a minute. Then obviously the weird thing is this goes across like that, this goes diagonally across like that, and then we've got the laminate. So this isn't real wood, it's just sheet stuff that they came and put down a few days ago. So let me just stand at this angle. So I don't want to show you outside, but again, ta-da, this is the kitchen so far. That's one side. I am going to replace these in about a year's time. Again, like I said, money. So we've got a kitchen fridge there. We've got cleaning crap in there. We've got bags of crap in there and spiders. I really haven't unpacked properly. Well, I've got the basics unpacked. I still need to unpack things properly, like here and there. But again, I've got a really one thing. Like one of my pet peeves is there's a light switch here coming from the stairs, but as soon as you come into the kitchen, where's the light switch? So you've got the light switch through there, that one there that controls the living room and the pantry one, but then you come into the kitchen and there's nothing, so you have to walk all the way over here. Look how bright it is. Look, I've got a great big massive long light, but no, so yeah, pantry. Once all this is out, I'm going to store food obviously on here, and then this is going to have like, I don't have an ironing board, I don't iron clothes, but I'm going to, so this is going to have an ironing board, keep the hoover and everything, basically cleaning stuff. And then, if you would have seen from the original picture, if you wait till the end, ignore the dog treats again, if you wait till the end, you would have seen that these two cabinets, let me just close this door a little bit, this is another job that we've got to do, again I'll get back to that in a minute, but, so, these two cabinets, this door didn't exist, my dad brought a door, this cabinet was here, there was a gap here where there would have been a cooker, and then this one stayed exactly where it is now, and then as you can see, there's another, my dad's replaced obviously the electric front panel and everything, but there used to be a cooker, obviously not when we was here, but there was a cooker. To keep things cheap, my dad put these two together because as you can see, I don't have a cooker, I've got a microwave, kettle, toaster, and then I still don't have a washing machine, that's coming in a month or two. Again, saving money. Ignore all this is like the original kitchen from before. And then we've got all this, me and my dad put the tiles on and everything. Again, like I said, these cabinets are going to get replaced at some point when I have money, because I just don't have the funds at the minute. So yeah, there's no cooker, which means, when I say there's no cooker, I don't cook often, and if I was to have people around, I'm going to get one of those little like tabletop oven things where it's got two like hob rings on top as well, so I can still boil pasta, I can still make my mac and cheese, but no, if need be, like if I was having people around, I could still cook. My parents are giving me an air fryer. The only annoying thing is, in this kitchen, is there's a double plug socket there, there's a single kind of with a cooker, but obviously I don't have the cooker. But that would be good actually, because that's on a 32 amp fuse, I believe, because it's such a high, thick electric wire going right in there. So when I get the tabletop oven, I could plug it into there possibly. But no, I've got a two double plug there, I've got a single plug there, I've got a single plug down here, I've got an electric plug flip switch, which I don't know what it's for, because this one here with the wire where my foot is for the storage heater. So this, I just fell. This middle one, I have no idea what it turns on or off. I think it's just a old box. And then I've got a double plug socket here, and then I've got a singular plug socket here, and that is it. So this side, there's no electric, ignore the outside. This side, ignore the pots as well, I do apologise. Again, I told you I didn't tidy up properly, but there is one single plug socket which I've had to plug an extension lead in, because before I moved everything and before the floor got done and everything, the microwave used to sit on top of the fridge, and I'd plug it in here and I'd cook on top of my fridge. But then we had to move, the Saturday just gone, we had to move the fridge into the living room so they could come and lay the floor. But then I put it on there with my electrical goods, because the plan was the microwave was going to stay on top of there, and then the water jug, toaster and kettle was just going to sit in the corner here, and then when I wanted to use it, I was going to move it across on top of the microwave and use it, and then move it back. And then over here was going to stay empty, and I was going to put a chopping board in the middle here, and I was going to get the tabletop cooker oven thing and put it in the corner here, and then have the air fryer on the right hand side. And then when I wasn't using the air fryer could go in the cupboard, because obviously I've got two cupboards full of stuff that I like haven't unpacked properly yet. I've just got like crap everywhere. Literally drawers full of like these and stuff. Just, it's not crap, but it's like I don't need it now. But yeah, we did all the tiling. Still don't have a light fitting. I will show you the stairs in a minute, but the stairs is the only room that has got a light fitting, like a light shade thing around it. That's the kitchen, like I said. Gonna get replaced. I'm trying to hide the outside because I don't want to dox myself. My dad put all this on with the trimming and stuff, and then there's a box here with all the electrical wiring going up to the bathroom and stuff. He's refitted all that, like put this cladding stuff on. Put all the cladding on down here because this used to be all like red and horrible. We painted this white, obviously we put tiles on. The thing that is not complete yet, I need to get a shelf. Like I'm really looking for a shelf, but I don't have OCD, but I want to get a shelf that's like symmetrical to this countertop. So it's the exact same, it stops here, stops here, and then I've got a hanging rail from IKEA that I still need to put up. I don't want to put the hanging rail up until I've got the shelf up, because I need to know where the shelf's going to be to then hang the rail symmetrical underneath. So that's another work in progress. And then the door, because we've put carpet on, we've realised when we put the door on, we measured the door without the carpet down. But now we've put carpet down, the door doesn't shut properly. That's as far as it goes. So my dad's coming round tomorrow or Friday, and we're going to plane off the bottom of the door just so it shuts. But no, we've got, this is new. It's not new, it's an old mirror, but this got put on yesterday. So let me show you the stairs. It's pretty basic. It's a bit orange now, so I did have, in fact, it's this. So my dad's changed it today. This light fitting in the living room, this is what it's changed today. This fitting used to be, so this light bulb used to plug directly into the fitting. This fitting has come from the stairwell, which I'll show you in a minute. But this light bulb is like a white kind of light. Let me show you now. It's kind of like a white light. Whereas this new one, it's kind of like, as you can see, it's like an orange colour. And again, I don't like the wall. I don't like this whole drip effect. This wasn't us, this was there before, obviously, as you would have seen. But my dad's put a new banister in, like rail thing. We've painted obviously the edging. The stair, like the carpet, guys, it's dirty. Like, I've not hoovered, like if you look in all these bits here. But it's like, if you look at the edging and stuff, it's not professionally done. Me and my dad did this, and it's like, it comes away if you pull it, but like, it's not professionally done. And there's some bits, I'm trying to actually find which step it was. There's some bits, it was this step. So if you look at this step, you can see a trim here where it's been a separate bit of carpet that's attached on. It's not all kind of like one big giant slab of carpet. There's another bit here where you can see it's a separate piece of carpet. To say that me and my dad did this, I'm very happy with it. But no, we've got a mirror here, so hi you guys. There's one thing that I haven't done yet. Again, ignore the mess. I still haven't got a picture for this. This is going to be probably like the last thing, because this is looking at like £100 to £200 to get a picture this big, because I'm pretty sure, I think it's like 60 inches by 6, no, it's 62 inches by 62 inches. As you can see, this is new. My dad fitted this today. Let me just turn the light off. So this originally, this is from IKEA, and it's hanging, as you can tell. Originally, obviously, let me just put the light back on. At this angle, the light is directed like that. So let me go down the stairs a bit. So as you can see, this light is very much downward directed. It's not like illuminating the whole stairwell. I'm happy with how it is now. But this light originally was to go in the bedroom. But my dad was like, it's very downward facing, so you kind of don't want a big room to put it in because it's not going to light it up very well. So I've decided to put it there instead. I'll show you the bedroom last, because the bedroom's going to be quick because it's messy. This, ta-da! This is the bathroom, guys. The floor I'm so happy with, because I picked the floor. There was like this and some other floor that I had to choose from. I really couldn't decide between on the floor for upstairs, and I'm really glad that I picked this one because it's kind of brought the whole room together. So grey tiling. It's all fake. This isn't like tiles or anything. It's same as the kitchen. It's like linoleum. We've got, I don't even have a name for him yet. We've got, what should I call him, guys? Gregory the Giraffe. That's for the shower. So now I can turn the shower on. Because again, everything in this house is electric. I have no gas or anything, so I don't mind because then it's all in one bill. But no, we've got Gregory the Giraffe here because originally this was from Dunelm. There was a massive sale on at Dunelm recently. This was supposed to be £6. I think it was £3. I had originally seen a monkey one, and the monkey one, like I said, this was for the shower. The monkey was going to go on the shower because then I could be like, no monkeying around in the shower. And then I was going to use this for the light switch, but then they got no monkeys left. So now I've just got a basic one. But again, as you can see, there's no light fitting shade thing. I've got one on Amazon planned ready. But no, this is the bathroom, guys. Guys, I really want you to stick around to the end to see the pictures, because like this wall didn't even exist. Me and my dad literally built this wall from nothing. So this wasn't even there. There used to be a bath along here, and then everything in here was just disgusting. The toilet used to be around here somewhere. My dad put some extra pipe, there's piping under there. It's for the toilet and everything. but my dad's covered it up. So the toilet, this is a new toilet. Everything in here is new basically, but the old toilet used to be here. But then because the shower's there, we pushed it further along, and then my dad put extra piping in so we could extend it. So we've got a new toilet, new shower, new sink, everything new. Tiling, we've got purple, grey. There's a theme here, and I'll get to that in a minute. We've got purple, grey, purple. Ignore the shower, it's dirty, I've not cleaned it like I said. We've got grey on the side, purple on the back, grey all the way down here. So the theme was, I said to my dad, right, so let me just show you from here again. I said to my dad, any wall facing like that way, or like this way, like looking at this angle, we're gonna have grey walls. And then looking at like from that way, it's purple. So that's purple. That line in there is purple, and then obviously the shower back is purple. The only thing that I would change about that is the one thing that I don't like. I think I'll come to like it eventually, but this purple thing I really wish was grey, because then it would kind of like blend in, like grey, grey, and then grey around here. But obviously no, we've got purple instead. But it matches the theme of like purple, purple, purple. Another thing, we need a door handle for this yet, because it closes. I'm not going to close it because it's a nightmare to open again, because I have to literally pull it from the top up here. But again, like I said, we've got a water tank, because again, as I said, this entire house is on electric, and the water's a bit funny, so I have to switch a switch here if I want hot water. I don't use hot water. The shower is on a separate connection thing, so I get instant hot water from the shower, so I'm fine. Dad brought me some fire extinguishers around yesterday. I've got 2 up here and 2 downstairs. But then I've got loads of storage up here, guys. That tent that was downstairs in the living room is going to go up there. Again, we just need to like tidy up in here. My dad's put some foam to cover all the holes and stuff, because we was getting so many spiders in here. Yeah, that's the bathroom. We recently as well have put this on. So I got a towel rack from IKEA, which is this, and then from Dunelm, when I got Gregory the Giraffe, I also got a toilet roll holder, because obviously, as you can see, the awkward placing of the toilet means that for toilet roll, it could either sit on the back, which would look a bit weird. You could have one of those that hooks onto the wall and then it just rolls off. But then, like, if you sat on the toilet, it's behind you, so it would be a bit of a nightmare. So I got one of these freestanding ones, and this thing here was the thing. Let me just put you on there. This thing here was the thing that started the whole animal thing, because I saw the monkey on Dunelm. Then I saw this because I was searching for some, because my parents have got like a basic metal one at their house, and I thought, oh, I could get something similar. And then I saw this in Dunelm along with the monkey, and I'm like, right, it's going to be a animal themed bathroom. So you can see we've got the dodo toilet roll holder, and then we've got the towel holder. And I did want to keep the colours like purple and grey in here, because obviously the purple and the grey tiles. But then I kind of like the black as well. So obviously we've got the black towel rail, which then ties in with the black of this. My dad did have to put this on, because originally when I brought this came with just nothing on the end. So it just kind of cut off like that. So when you pull the toilet roll, it just kind of fell off the edge. Obviously that's falling off now, so I'm forcing it off. But there's that. And then there's this for a towel holder. Unfortunately, this is mainly going to be for show, or I'm just going to have to tell people, don't move the towel off of, like, don't pull the towel off and then put it back on, because this is screwed on. But my dad said that if you lifted this up too much, it would pull this off of the wall, because the screw, you have to screw 2 screws into the wall and then like hook this onto it. It's not very good. So that's mainly just for show. But I'm liking the whole kind of grey, purple, black, white theme. I do eventually want to paint this wall, I think. I don't know what colour, maybe like a grey, I don't know. But again, money. So this might be, I need to get a clothes horse, so I'm thinking of using this area here as like dry my clothes. And then, again, obviously no thingy. And then, I'm just going to warn you now, my bedroom is a mess. I haven't cleaned, I've attempted, not right now, but I've attempted to clean the floor in the past. My bedroom is a bomb site, and that's only because when I moved in, only the bedroom was done to the point where it was livable. So the last 3 months nearly, 2 months. The last 2 months, it's been a bomb site. So ignore the mess. Again, it's not done. It's a work in progress. I'm getting cramp in my foot. Like I said, same. That's concerning. I have to let my dad know about that. We've only put these strips on recently because obviously we only put the carpet on like during the week last week. So this has only been on for about 2 or 3 days, so it's a bit squeaky. But no, again, we've got the same flooring because this flooring was brought for the bedroom, and then, like I said, we've got extra left over, so that's why we used it for the living room. The only problem I want to point out about this room is, again, ignore the mess, and ignore the dust, and ignore the bog roll and rubbish. Again, I've not cleaned. So, as you can see down here on the floor, this is the only plug socket I have in my room. And because I put the flooring on, it raised it to the point where, as you can see, a normal plug socket that has got the wire coming out from underneath will not fit in this plug socket because of the wire hitting the floor. It wouldn't allow the plug to go into the plug socket. So I've got a USB plug socket here with all my USBs, like my phone charger, my AirPod chargers, all that kind of crap, my mouse charger. And then I've got a broken fan, ignore that. I've got a new one downstairs, which you've seen already. But this needs to get binned. It doesn't work properly. It's just there because I've not had time to move it. But no, this plug socket is the only one in the bedroom, other than that one there. So as you can see, this wire, my computer's on because I was literally about to record a reaction video from a reaction channel. But I was like, that's too much effort for now. So I'm just going to record the last house reveal video. So yeah, a little bit of spoiler alert. So let me get back into action. Ta-da! Actually, 1 minute. Let me just shut the blinds. It's a bit dark. I'll put the light on. So this is... You can still see out the blinds. I'm just going to hold my hand here. This is my computer. I have accidentally... My dad's not seen it yet. But I've accidentally scuffed the wall all over here. Because of my chair, when I sit down, it scrapes the wall. Bookcase there. This originally was going to be holding my clothes on it because I don't have. Oh, there's my drink there as well. Ignore that. I don't have a cabinet or chest of drawers for my clothes. Obviously, as you can see, spoiler alert there. There's my clothes and some more books. But no, ta-da! This is my room. This is my snot rags from when I got a cold. Let me just hide that for a sec. But no. This is my bedroom. Again, I need to sort all this out because some of this is like for downstairs. Most of that stuff's books in the corner. I need to get the bookshelf for downstairs. I've got a picture there. I don't know if it's going to go up on the wall there, but again, this is what I mean. So when I said downstairs, there was originally a chimney breast. This went straight down. So obviously, right beneath us is the living room. The TV's in the corner over there. As you can see in here. This wall in the corner over here, this bit here, does not match the rest of the room. And that is because we had to replace it. There is so much dangerous electrical wiring coming up through. So obviously downstairs in the living room, the electric box is down here. For the shower, my dad had to feed the electric cable up behind the wall, down here, up into the ceiling, across, into the loft, and then down into the bathroom. So this, although it looks like a nice corner, it could be nice for a reading corner actually. I could potentially get an armchair and put an armchair there. And then this is my bed, ignore the bed, it's messy. And then this bookcase was my pride and joy, which I really did a bad job at spray painting. So if you look underneath, you can see white bits where I've missed it. But yeah, look, there's books there, there's clothes and stuff. Originally, this bookcase was going to have my books on because the books cover the white patches and it's green. I put time and effort and money into making this green. Because of how all of this is set up, it just made sense that became my books because I was using that as a backdrop for the videos that I was making on my computer. There's still cardboard down because this cardboard came from in there, that metal shower door, the glass shower door there, we obviously placed in. This was hung up in here for a while, as you would have seen. So we left the cardboard down here to protect the floor. But then when I moved in, this desk isn't actually fitted together properly. So these legs are fitted to the table. And then this table should be attached to this bit, but it's not. So these are drawers filled with more books at the minute. But there's no... I brought some felt, feet covering things from IKEA to protect the bottom of the furniture and stuff. I haven't got anything on there, so as you can see, it's still sat on some cardboard, so this needs to get pulled out eventually, but I just haven't got around to it yet. And then obviously this is all going to be gone, so I'm going to have like all this space and all this space. So I'm thinking, because I can't have it, because obviously I've got a TV downstairs, but I'm looking at saving up to get a TV in here, because I can't use that wall for anything on the wall wise, like no shelves, no nothing, like nothing can go, that wall's got to stay exactly how it is. Obviously I'm thinking of then flipping my bed around, so obviously it's facing that way. Having a TV on the wall, there's a loft hatch up there, ignore that. Having a TV on the wall, and then actually it can feed to the plug socket down here. And then the desk is going to stay where it is, just pulled out of it. But yeah, so that's the house, guys. Obviously, again, as you can see, there's no light shade around it. That's going to change. I've got a curtain pole. I just don't have curtains yet. I don't have curtains anywhere. I've got blinds in my bedroom. I've got blinds downstairs in the living room. But that's it. I don't have curtains. There's still, like I said, many things that we need to sort. But that's the gist. I feel like I'm got a halo around my head. I hope you've all enjoyed this journey. I wouldn't say I've enjoyed like 24/7 of it. There's a lot of times where I've been like, I'm done with this. I don't want to live here. I don't want to do this anymore. But me and my dad have kind of like pushed each other to it. So yeah, say hello to yourselves again. This is you. Hi. I am so happy with how this has turned out. There's some things here and there that like I don't like, but nothing can be like 100% perfect, can it? And I can't complain because, like I said, I am privileged in this situation. I hope you've all enjoyed this series. The series is going to be, obviously, that's it now. I'm not going to show you like all the small things here and there, unless you want me to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed this series. I can't show you the outside of the house, by the way, and I can't show you the back garden, I've just realised, because obviously privacy reasons, and then my back garden isn't very big. And then, because as I said, it's a terrace house, I can't really stand out on the street and then show you the front of the house because, again, privacy. Hello guys, welcome back. I'm adding this on to the end, so what you've just seen I recorded like about a week ago. I just thought I'd quickly add something at the end. So my dad literally seconds ago was just been round. Well, I had to go to his house first, but I have a table, guys. It's not done. I look like an egg, I've just realised. I don't have any seats for it, but as you can see, I'm sat on my sofa right now. The plan is, the bench that I'm gonna build by the door for the seats, like to take shoes on and off, is gonna then get used for the table as well. Guys, it's really wonky. We need to fix it as well, because as you can see, one leg is horribly short, and that's because my dad did his maths wrong. It is a little bit dented. It is old wood, but it's not done. I just want to point this out now. It's not done. It needs staining. It needs sanding, definitely. I've got like 2 splinters getting it here. That's what it looks like. You could quite easily fit 4 people at this table. Maybe 6. You might just fit 6 people, but it will comfortably fit 4. My dad was going to get a wood stain, and I vetoed him and says, absolutely not. Like, I am very specific about the shade of brown that I want that table, because that table is going to be like a kind of pinnacle eye-catching point for the room. I want to pick the right kind of shade of brown. Ignore the mess, like I said, I haven't just got home from work, but the problem there, storage heater is right there. It's currently summer, we're having a horrible heat wave at the minute. It's like 30 degrees at the minute, so the plan is I'm going to move everything around when it comes to winter, when it actually needs to start using a storage heater so I don't set the table on fire. So how it originally was going to be, originally this sofa was this way on, so as soon as you walk into the door you've just got a singular pathway, and then like this obviously won't be here, and then you've got like your entrance into the middle of the room, because obviously this will be tilted around like facing the wall, and then this table will be in that corner. I don't think I've updated you on this. This is my new hook system. I don't know why I've put 3 up. My dad did say like, why are you having 3? And I says, well, there was 3 hooks in the pack, so we may as well put all of them up. But like, ignore the coat. The coat is dirty. It really needs cleaning. But I just thought it's kind of good for, you've got your coat, you've got your keys, you've got everything, and then I might have something else there. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you. I don't know which video I'll see you in next. Bye.